जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी माधव हरि गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रजजनरंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी यशोदानंदन व्रजजनरंजन वनचारी यशोदानंदन व्रजजनरंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी यशोदानंदन व्रजजनरंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रजजनरंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी यशोदानंदन व्रजजनरंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. श्री राधा मदन मोहन भगवान की, श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा मैया की, श्री गौर निताय की, लड्डू गोपाल की, गुरु परंपरा की, शिल प्रभुपाद की, निताय गौर हरि प्रेमानंदे, हरि हरि बोल। उदयानंद प्रभु सुचरिता माता जी की, हरि बोल। ऑल असेंबल डिवोटीज की। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरौ श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचना गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानु सुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Please try to repeat after me. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudhiraye nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवती नैष्ठिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपः कुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांग्रये। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरत्विषे नमः। नमो ब्राह्मण्याय देवाय गौब्राह्मणाहिताय च जगद्दिताय कृष्णाय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। नमः ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हुकुम करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयति गिरिं यत्कृपः तमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं। Shri Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Om Pavitro Pavitro Va Sarvavastham Gatopi Va Yat Smaret Pundarikakshaha Sahabhyabhyantaram Suchi Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu. Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
He's a big Prabhu, and he's wanted to, welcome you here to
Prabhuji, please come here. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. DRDO scientist, Hare Krishna. Jai. Very intellectual and very strong. There is a devotee who lives in DRDO. Maya Narsingh Prabhu. Yeah, he works in DRDO. Yeah, maybe I'll introduce him. Yeah. He conducts some programs also in DRDO, if I'm right. Yeah.
You might have some material.
Yeah, you might know his material name. He's also a scientist in DRDO. Yeah. And you just reminded me that I used to study in lab quarters Central School, Kanchanbag. Yeah. And I used to live in Santosh Nagar on the way, right? Yeah. It's been a long while. But thank you, Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhujis and Matajis, for allowing me to come here. I am so grateful to Udayanand Prabhu and Sucharita Mataji that this is happening here today. And frankly speaking, children sit down, no? Sit alone, Hare Krishna. Oh, can I get some water? Don't mind. This water bottle is enough. Yeah. So when I'm seeing this in this house, I'm remembering how we used to have this kind of satsangs in the houses. Right, Anuradha? Remember? Similar, And these are the sweet satsang, let me tell you. These are the sweet times of satsang when we are having satsang in houses, sitting intimately, families cooking together, bringing things, sharing prasadam, potluck, right? These are the sweet times. Because by Jagannath's grace, this satsang is going to explode and it will become very big, just a matter of time. Then you'll miss this sweetness. I'm saying this because I miss it sometimes. Thank you, bro. That's fine. It's fine. Oh, Mataji, I got it.
This is a lemonade.
Hare Krishna. See, this never happens in satsang in a hall. This happens only in home satsang. Krishna. So, I'm very, very grateful that all of you have come here today. Today is a Kartik month evening. Every single day in Kartik Mas counts. Because, Hare Krishna. Oh, dekhe. Hare Krishna. Is she okay? Hare Krishna. Yeah, so every single Hare Krishna Mataji. Is English okay or Hindi or what language is?
Mataji is she's from Puri and she doesn't understand English, but still she can.
Hare Krishna. आप पूरी से आ रहे हैं? भुवनेश्वर में. हरे कृष्ण. दंडोत प्रणाम आपने. थैंक यू फॉर कमिंग. अगर बोलने में कोई गलती हो जाए तो माफ कीजिए. So I was just saying that these satsangs, are so sweet. because we get to meet so many families and we get to talk about Krishna to so many families. This is a sweetness in life. And me and my wife, we got introduced to Krishna consciousness in a similar satsang in a house. Like all of you, we came and sat there. And I was looking at my Prabhuji, his name is Acharya Prabhu. And he was preaching, right? Sitting, and I learned some Krishna consciousness. Some little things I learned. You can move it a little, I can't see them. Is that okay? Yeah? You think what it will be like. Hare Krishna. Yeah. So, and whatever little that we learn, we share with others. Right? Because this is God's story. Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, these are all pastimes of God. We didn't create any of these leelas. But we just share with others. What we hear, and we hear from many great souls, and we start sharing them. And when we share them, we find happiness. Sharing always gives happiness, isn't it? When you hear a nice joke, don't you share? Right? Joke, sunte hi immediately, hey, suno ji, mere ko bhi bolna hai. Immediately you want to tell that joke. Anybody you find, right? In your college, in your school, in your neighbors, in your house, you always like to share. So sharing is something that's part of our consciousness. We can't stop sharing. But when you share about Krishna, the joke becomes even more, I don't know, even more stronger and stronger, right? I mean, even more blissful, filled with even more rasa, right? The joke itself. And Krishna Leelas, Janma Karma Chame Divyam Evam Yoiti Tattvataha Tyaktya Deham Punar Janma Naiti Mamiti Swajana. Krishna is saying in 4th chapter, 9th sloka in Bhagavad Gita that just share about my stories. You don't have to do anything extra. You don't have to learn Sanskrit. You don't have to learn some great puja, homam, nothing. Just everybody sit down and talk about me. Why Krishna wants us to talk about him? If somebody comes to your house and says, okay, I'll sit now, you all talk about me. You'll feel, hey, kone hai? Right? It's a very egoistic affair, right? I mean, so you say, you talk about me, I will sit and listen. Sounds like very egoistic statement. But for Krishna, it's not ego. It's actually, it's a medium. It's a mercy through which he attracts all of us. Akarsha iti Krishna. Right? When we talk about him, we get attracted about him. We get to know more and more things about him. Right? So today we are going to discuss one of those millions and zillions of leelas that Krishna did. We only know few. Very few. Like Krishna explains about his opulence in Bhagavad Gita. And he shows his Virata Rupa. And then he says, hey Arjuna, why do you want to hear all these things? It's just a spark in a splendor. So, in the similar way, the leelas that we're going to discuss now are just a spark in a big forest fire. Barely anything that we know. But this itself will give a lot of happiness to the soul. You see, when, say, imagine you are in, you are living in some hostel, right? And your parents have sent laddus to you from your village, right? I don't know how many years have lived in a hostel anytime? Some hostel? Huh? So when parents have sent laddus, those laddus are very special, isn't it? Laddus or khara or whatever they send, right? And when they come, somebody from your village is coming and he is giving, village or city, hey, your mother has sent this. What is the first thing you say? You will not immediately eat. You say, keep it there. Tell me how they are. How did you see them? What were they doing? How are they doing? See, actually, these days we lost all that sweetness because of the stupid instrument called mobile phone. Because we get to see them every day. Okay? WhatsApp call, video call, see them. But in those days, when somebody would come and tell, that would really fulfill the heart. More than seeing, it's about hearing. Do you all agree? More than seeing, hearing is more attractive, isn't it? So never think that Krishna Leela has to be seen to be attractive. Even if you hear Krishna Leela, it's very attractive. Right? And hearing is more attractive. Because, you are hearing about Krishna and your soul is searching for that story. Just like when you hear about your parents from where the laddu packet came, when you hear about Krishna and Goloka, it's like your home. We all actually belong there. We don't belong in Pebble City, 100%. Right? We all want to go to the Goloka city. Pebble City is just we are here for whatever reason in the material world. But good thing is in Pebble City you have created a small Goloka in this house. And many, many houses. Prabhuji said you live one floor above, right? Yeah. So this is the most sweetest place for Krishna in the whole world, where all his devotees will sit down and talk about him. And talk what all mischievous things he does. Today's actually session, I would focus on children. Right? We'll hear a lot of Krishna, small children pastimes. Huh? Are you interested to hear? Hari Bol. What is your name? Advait Prabhu wants to hear children lila. Yes. Krishna likes to be a child always. He never grows beyond a child. For his devotees, he is always a child. For Yashoda Ma, he is always a child. If Yashoda Ma would have come to Kurukshetra, she would have treated Krishna the same way she would have treated in Vrindavan only. Even in Kurukshetra. Because mother is a mother. Right? No matter how big you become. See, he is small. Advait Prabhu is so small. Right? He was sitting on whose lap you are sitting? Yeah. So, Prabhuji, right? That's your brother? Hare Krishna. What is your name? Huh? Ayank Prabhu. Yeah. So Ayank is sitting on his father's lap, right? Even when Ayank becomes Chief Minister of Orissa. Orissa only? Where are you from? Huh? He'll become Chief Minister of Orissa. Ayank, Chief Minister of Orissa. He'll sit like that only on the lap. But that is the sweetness of a relationship. Right? So Krishna is Krishna for Vrindavan Vasis. If you have read Srimad Bhagavatam, first 9 cantos is only talking about Krishna's greatness. Oh, Krishna has done creation, Krishna has done destruction, Krishna has done, he became Varaha avatar, Matsya avatar, right? Biggest fish, biggest boar, Varaha, biggest, feet, that he kept. What is that? Vamanadev, biggest lion, Narsingha avatar, hai ki nahi? So many, all big things he'll do in the first 9 cantos. So nobody believes him. If you go and tell somebody on the walkway, in Pebble City, well, God can keep his feet, one in the sky, one down. I said, forget it. I don't believe it. Right? I don't believe all that. So, God is so great. God is so great that atheistic people don't believe that he is God. How many agree with this? When you say, Krishna became such a big fish that Earth planet was just floating beside him. I said, what are you talking? Said, I don't believe this. So first 9 cantos of Bhagavatam, Krishna shows his greatness and no atheistic person will believe that is God. Then 10th canto of Bhagavatam, he shows his sweetness that no devotee believes that is God. So biggest problem of Krishna is, nobody is believing that is God. First 9 cantos, the atheistic people are not believing. 10th canto, devotees are not believing. So Krishna's biggest tension is how to prove that I am God. How to prove that I am God. Right? See that Laddu Gopal, he is eating Laddu. All the time he is eating Laddu. And he says, God is great. Ishwaraha, Paramaha, Krishna, Laddu Gopala. I say, what? Laddu Gopala? Laddu Gopal? Laddu खाता है भगवान? मैं भी लड्डू खाता है कि नहीं? I can eat 2 laddus, 3 laddus, right? But it is so difficult to conceive that Krishna is so great in spite of his sweetness. So in Goloka Vrindavan, especially in the month of Kartika Mas, we discuss his sweetness. Other times we can discuss his greatness. But in the month of Kartik, we like to discuss his sweetness. And when we discuss his sweetness, he attracts us so close to us. And Vedavyas, who is such a great scholar, Vedavyas is Swayam incarnation of Vishnu, especially Krishna Dwapayana Vyasa. Right? This incarnation that he currently is in this yuga, he is Swayam Krishna, Krishna Dwapayana Vyasa. Right? And he himself is writing Srimad Bhagavatam. And greatness of Vyasdev is he has not only written the whole Vedas, but the Vyasa, the word Vyasa in Sanskrit also means that which divides. That which is a long, that which is like a diameter. You have a circle, right? So the longest line in a circle is called diameter. Is that right? Yeah. So Vyasa also means diameter. Why? He wrote the all Vedas and cut them into half. And said, this is Karma Kanda, this is Bhakti Kanda. The greatness of Vyasadeva is he could bring Bhakti out of so much literature, clearly out. So for devotees, this is Bhakti. Srimad Bhagavatam is Bhakti. Right? So all the Puranas also, he cut them. Cut them meaning not taken literal sense. He divided them. Vyasa, he divided them. And he gave them specifically sweetness of Krishna parked at one place. So anybody who hears this sweetness will get attracted to Krishna. Right? And Vyasadeva in Bhagavatam talks about devotees of Krishna. Many types of devotees. Somebody is a king, somebody is a farmer, somebody is a cowherdman, right? Somebody is a sannyasi, somebody is just a walking monk. All of them are devotees. It's not that, only sannyasis are devotees, right? For that matter, Krishna likes grahastha devotees more than sannyasi devotees. Because he never goes to steal in sannyas ashram. He comes to steal in grahastha ashram only. Right? Krishna comes into this house and he steals. He'll search, where is the butter? Where is the, not Amul butter, the original butter, right? So he likes to steal in grahastha ashram. Because in grahastha ashram we have Matajis, we have Prabhuji, we have children, and we have some fights also. Krishna likes to fight, right? And he likes to see fights also. Husband is shouting at wife, hey, Haribol. Wife is shouting, Haribol, 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 fight is happening. Hari is like, bol, bol, bol. Or bolo. Right? Krishna likes rasa. He is Rasaraj. For his rasa, he can create fight also between family. Two big families, he made them fight. Kurus and, Pandavas. Isn't it? Kauravas and Pandavas. He took rasa out of all of it. That's why Arjuna said, hey Krishna, what is this? You never killed your grandfather. Are you asking me to kill? Krishna is like, no, don't worry. I will tell you that you are not actually killing, you are relieving them. So whole Bhagavad Gita spoke like that. So in Bhagavatam you find several devotees, and the beauty of Bhagavatam is, wherever a devotee story is mentioned, even the Krishna story is mentioned. Isn't it true? A devotee story cannot be mentioned without Krishna. A devotee's appearance also has Krishna, devotee's disappearance also has Krishna. Can you tell one example? Any story you think of a devotee? Any devotee? Dhruv Maharaj. See, Dhruv Maharaj's appearance, and in the young days of Dhruv Maharaj, he got angry with his father. Then whom did he meet? Krishna. Right? And even during his disappearance, when he was leaving this planet, at that time also, whom did he talk to? Krishna. He told, hey Krishna, I am coming, but what about my mother? Krishna told, hey, before you, your mother came, don't worry. Parikshit Maharaj. His appearance is Krishna. He appeared on the planet, first thing he saw is Krishna only. He disappeared from the planet, first thing he saw is Krishna only. Sukadeva Goswami. First person he heard about is Krishna. And whole life he spoke about is Krishna. So we cannot separate Krishna from his devotees. Entire Bhagavatam, all the Vedic literatures, wherever there is explanation about a devotee, a bhakta, explanation about Krishna is also there. Krishna doesn't like to separate himself from his devotees, right? And he finds lot of rasa. When we discuss about his devotees, he is more happy, right? He is more happy when we discuss about his devotees. Just like Prabhupada, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, because of whom we are all sitting here. At least I am sitting here, I can tell. If Prabhupada would not have been there, God only knows where I will be. What nonsense I will be doing in life. Because Prabhupada has come, he told us Bhagavatam, he told us Bhagavad Gita, he explained Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, and his wonderful disciples, they traveled around the world and they're distributing that knowledge. Today that knowledge reached Pebble City also. Right? And His Grace Udayanand Prabhu and Sucharita Mataji are so nicely sharing that knowledge. Right? Prabhuji and Mataji, I'll tell you one thing. There are many services that we take in life for many people. Security service is there, housekeeping is there, gardening is there. You can see them in their community itself. But they all work for money. If you stop paying them money, none of them will do anything, isn't it? You don't give security 1 month salary, they'll not stop anybody. Right? They'll stop working. Very simple. But devotees are the only people who work for God. They don't work for money. And we cannot call a devotee and say, you come. Devotee comes when Krishna sends. We should never treat any devotee cheaply. Because they are sent by Krishna. And they have lot of difficulties, and they have lot of things going on in their life also. But they choose to forget all that. And they serve Krishna. Just like Udayanand Prabhu and Sucharita Mataji are serving here. I am their servant. I am coming here just to glorify. Let's say 3 Haribols to Prabhuji and Mataji. Haribol, Haribol, Haribol. They work so hard. I can see that. So hard. Prabhuji works hard in the office also. And Prabhuji works hard in the satsang also. He gives very good talks in colleges. One of the most preferred speakers. Mahaprabhu Chaitanya Prabhu tells me. Among the first 2 or 3 in the congregation, he wants Udayanand Prabhu always. Right? Because he is blessed by his Guru. His Holiness Rompad Swami Maharaj. Full blessings are there. And that is the reason he is able to speak like that. That is the reason he is able to present himself like that. And Sucharita Mataji also. Very scholarly people, both of them. Very intelligent, very highly qualified. But how menially they just sit down and serve everybody. Cook for everybody. And more than anything, I am so happy to see Prashasta today. Amazing Kirtan Prashasta. Huh? Really amazing. I have seen Prashasta, a small girl, when she used to come in 2018 like that. She was so small. Maybe as small as that boy. Right? And she used to sit down and, I used to call her gang leader. She's still a gang leader, huh? Amma. Because, one ability that she has is she'll encourage all children to do something. She'll take everybody and do something. It's a great leadership quality. From childhood only. I was always a follower. I was never a leader. Whatever my leader will tell, yes sir, I'll do that. Yeah. So, I'm so happy to see when I came from the lift and I'm seeing she's doing Kirtan. Oh, Prashasta has become so big. You always look like a small child only to me. She is doing such a nice Kirtan. So, Prabhuji and Matajis, if we want to show our gratefulness to Krishna, if we want to thank Lord Krishna for giving what He has given to us, we should express that by showing our love and affection to His devotees. For amount of sacrifice that they are doing, right? Many things are going on in Prabhuji's life also, Mataji's life also, but they always make sure that the satsang continues. Isn't it? One of you can tell, this week will not go. But tell me how many weeks they have not come. Right? Rare, right? Very rare. There will not be hardly a week when they will not come. Unless they are direly sick or something. Isn't it? Yeah. Many of you might have come late to satsang. But tell me one satsang that they came late. They will not only come early, they will come and arrange everything. Right? Prabhuji and Mataji, this is the heart of Krishna, reflecting out of a devotee. So my humble request before I speak anything would be, please take care of our Udayanand Prabhu and Sucharita Mataji personally, right? And give them support and give them encouragement. Because your participation is their only motivation. And your participation, more active participation not only just attending but also following the principles that they are discussing, will encourage them to give more. The more you take, the more you give. The more you take, the more you give. And whatever you received so far, I can tell you, is only tip of an iceberg. The more you start receiving, the more will come out. And that is how Krishna is. Ye yathamam prapadyante tam sataiva bhajamyam. According to how you approach me, I reveal myself. Krishna says. And he reveals himself to his devotees. Like I'll tell you one small episode of one of the great acharyas in our parampara. His name is Lokanath Goswami. Last week I was discussing, Prabhuji said discuss almost same thing here also. Is that okay? So Lokanath Goswami, he is one of the great acharyas in our disciplinic succession. And he had a disciple named Narottam Das Thakur. Now Narottam Das Thakur was a great scholarly person, very scholarly person. So scholarly that when he wanted to take initiation from Lokanath Goswami, he said, no, I am unqualified to give you initiation. I will not give. So there is a whole story how we got initiation. That maybe I will request Prabhuji to tell. Maybe you already told. Right? Okay, I will tell. Should I tell? Kartik Man.
Yes.
Briefly I will tell. It's a long story. So he went to Lokanath Goswami and said, please initiate me. Without getting initiation from you. Initiation means formally sharing the mercy. Like, I want to hear about Krishna from you so I can see Krishna. Right? So, the humility of Lokanath Goswami is, no, I cannot initiate you. Narottam, you are a king. You are a prince. You are such a scholarly person. I cannot give you Krishna. No. If you don't give Krishna, who will give me Krishna? My whole knowledge, my whole, situation is waste if you don't give me initiation. And Lokanath Goswami said, no, I cannot. Then Narottam Das Thakur was thinking, if I don't get initiation from such a nice devotee, then what's the point of my spiritual life? Whole thing is like drama. Right? And Narottam Das Thakur, it's a long story, but I'm trying to put it short, is that he went and he decided that I want to serve my Guru. Without service, how can I get mercy? Tadvidi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. Upadekshantite jnanam jnanina tattvadarshina. Tattvadarshina will come later. First seva you have to do. And beauty of Vaishnavas is they don't take seva. They will say, no, I don't want seva. Who am I? How can you serve me? I am such a useless fellow. How can you serve me? Like that, they don't say, they think like that. Trinadapi sunichena tarurapi sahishnuna amananiya manadena kirtane sagahari. That's the heart of a devotee. Always humble. They think, I'm not qualified to serve you, Krishna. Please give me some words to share. I'm not qualified to speak. I don't know Vedas. Like that. So, Narottam Das Thakur decided, I'm going to serve this person. How can I serve? He doesn't give any service only. He is a mendicant. He will go live under this tree this night, that tree another night. It's not like he can go and arrange the tree. He doesn't know which tree will sleep under. Right? See, if you know somebody stays in a house, you can go and help him in that house. He doesn't have a house only. So where will you go and serve him? And he sees that every morning he goes for nature's call. We all go. Everybody, it's nature's call. You go for and he goes in some bushes, somewhere he goes and he leaves, and then he goes from there. So Narottam Das Thakur sees that he is going to certain area to do that nature's call. Just imagine, Narottam Das Thakur is not an ordinary person. He is like, I don't know. How can I compare anybody today with Narottam? I can't compare anyone. He's so great. He's such a scholarly person. And is Swayam, blessed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Narottam Das Thakur is not an ordinary person. He is blessed devotee, coming directly from the spiritual world. And he is looking for seva. and he sees that his guru is going for nature's call in the morning, a certain area, I'll do a thing. I will create my own seva. What I'll do? I'll go and remove, wherever he passes that stool, I'll remove that stool and I'll make the place clean. My God, can anybody think of doing that? Nobody can think of doing that. Kaun karega aisa kam? Nah, I don't want to do that. Narottam Das Thakur, he goes and removes stool every morning. After he leaves nature's call and he leaves, then after some time he'll remove that, he'll throw somewhere, again clean up the whole place and he'll go. Next day morning, Lokanath Goswami comes there and he's like, what is going on here? I think yesterday this place was dirty. I was here. I can't see. And it's not like many people go there. It's like a very remote place in the forest. In the Vrindavan forest somewhere. And next day he goes, it's again clean. Did I come to the same place? Am I seeing the same place? Maybe he thinks maybe I went to some other place. It's dark in the night, by the way. It's like before Brahma Muhurta. So he goes again. And again he sees it's clean. One day he gets it out. Something is going on. Something is going on. I'm leaving my stool in this place only, but it is getting clean. So then he goes and stands behind a tree. After he goes, then he decides, let me go and stand behind a tree and see what is happening. He goes and stands in the bushes, and Narottam Das Thakur thinks that he is left. Lokanath Goswami is left. He comes there wearing like a shawl or something on his head, and he comes and he starts cleaning. And Lokanath Goswami is like, hey, what is this? Who is doing this? I am such a fallen person and such a horrible thing. Why would you want to do it for me? Who is this? He runs there and he pushes that person saying, why, stop doing this. And his shawl opens up and he says, Narottam Das Thakur. And Lokanath Goswami sits there and starts weeping. Hey Narottam, what is this? Narottam, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? He said, Gurudev, if you don't give me mercy, how can I get your mercy? How can I get your mercy? You are not giving it. You are saying I am not qualified. No, it's not that you are qualified. I am unqualified to give you initiation. No, you are very much qualified. I am unqualified. So it's a transcendental leela between Guru and Shishya. That one Guru is crying saying I cannot, and Shishya is crying saying you are the only hope. This is the leela of Narottam Das Thakur and Lokanath Goswami. Once Lokanath Goswami, then he gave initiation. Looking at not just looking at that, but the heart of Narottam Das Thakur when he understood. So finally, after taking initiation, he gave one service one day. He called Narottam Das Thakur and he said, I want to take bath. So can you get me some dust of Vrindavan? He told like that. Because Lokanath Goswami Maharaj would not use any soap or anything. He would just use dust of Vrindavan. He'd take some dust, he'll put it like this and he'll go, wet himself in Yamuna, that is over. No shampoo also, just dust and that's it. Dust of Vrindavan is good to clean everything. Right? Not only clean, take you back to Goloka Vrindavan also. So Lokanath Goswami is such a simple person. He said, Narottam Das Thakur, can you get some dust for me? He said, Gurudev, for what? I want to take bath. Get some dust. He gave a service. And Narottam Das Thakur said, just now I'll get. Now Narottam Das Thakur goes and Lokanath Goswami is standing there and waiting. Okay, he'll get the dust now. Half an hour over. He has not come back. Dust is everywhere. There in Vrindavan. So where is dust? And they're like, where did this person go? Half an hour. 1 hour. He has not returned. Where is Narottam? Where is the dust? I have to take bath now. Then he understood. Maybe he went for some work. I'll take bath. So went and took bath. Then he was waiting. Where is Narottam? 3 hours passed. He has not come only. 4 hours passed. He has not come. Narottam has not come. He's thinking, I asked him to get dust only, right? I didn't ask anything. I was trying to remember. Did I ask anything different? Where is Narottam? Finally, in the night he came. He asked in the morning. Night, Narottam Das Thakur is getting dust in his hands. Gurudev, I found dust. He said, Narottam, dust is everywhere in Vrindavan. I am in Vrindavan, you are in Vrindavan, you could have got dust. And Narottam Das Thakur says, but Gurudev, all I can see in Vrindavan is jewels only. All I can see in Vrindavan is rubies and pebbles and not Pebble City. But all I can see is jewels only. And then Lokanath Goswami Maharaj understood, oh my God, he is actually seeing Goloka Vrindavan. Vrindavana Ramya Sthana Divya Chintamani Dhama Ratana Mandira Manohara. Everyone. Vrindavana Ramya Sthana Divya Chintamani Dhama Ratana Mandira Manohara. Right? When he wrote that kirtan, we all know this kirtan. Prabhuji might have sung many times. Right? Beautiful kirtan. Now, he is writing Vrindavana Ramya Sthana, Divya Chintamani Dhama. Chintamani gems are there everywhere. At the end, he is saying, Narottama, I am writing this. But point is, he was actually seeing that. So, when we see the bhajans of Acharyas, don't think they are writing a bhajan. See, Prabhuji is a script writer. He has to imagine and write. Right? You have to imagine and write. Narottam Das Thakur doesn't have to imagine and write. He sees and writes. There is a difference between devotee writing a bhajan and anybody else writing a bhajan. If you ask me to write bhajan, I have to imagine, oh Krishna, how he should look like. I think he should look like this. I think if I write like this, somebody will be impressed. I think I have to write about beauty. Right? So, Satyavat Muni, when he was writing Damodarashtakam, he was actually seeing Damodar. He was not writing Damodarashtakam saying, oh, I think Grudantam Muhur Netra Yugmam. I should write like this. No, he was actually seeing Grudantam Muhur Netra Yugmam Rujantam Karam Bhoja Yugamena Sataka Netram Mohswasakam Patri Rekhanta Kantha Sthita Graiva Damodaram Bhakti Bandham. He actually seeing and he is transcripting it right there. So Narottam Das Thakur was actually seeing jewels all over Vrindavan. And his biggest problem was his Guru told, get dust. Where will he find dust? He is not finding dust anywhere. And Lokanath Goswami, oh, where did he get this dust from? I went to Agra, he told. He had to cross the Chaurasi coast. He had to cross the Chaurasi coast of Vrindavan and then he saw dust. And from there he picked up dust. And that's why it took so much time for him to come back. Right? Such are the leelas of the Supreme Lord, His devotees. Right? So, coming to Damodarashtakam, Damodar Leela. Damodar Leela is discussed for months. One session is not enough. And for that matter, somebody like me cannot discuss it also. Because I don't have the devotion to explain what is going on in that scene. In that courtyard of Nanda Maharaj, what is going on? It's very difficult to explain. But I'll attempt to by repeating few things. Right? So it is happening on a Deepavali day. It's a Diwali day. And on a Diwali day, everybody is busy decorating their houses. Why? Because Lord Ram has to come. Why do we keep lamps outside? Because Lord Ram has to come. Come to my house, Lord Ram. Ayodhya Vasis are keeping Deepak. Why? Lord Ram, please come back. Because if you come back, we are declaring you by keeping Deepak, but that what happened 14 years back will not happen again. What happened 14 years ago was darkness, ignorance, an ignorant decision taken by Dashrath Maharaj. But we assure you, Lord Ram, that after killing Ravan, please come back directly to Ayodhya. Because that will not happen again. Light represents knowledge. Right? Light represents knowledge. So knowledge removes ignorance. And because ignorance is gone, now Ayodhya Vasi's ignorance is gone, nobody will make such decision, my dear Ram, my dear Lord Ram, please come back. And they also blasted crackers. Rockets also. Yes? In Dwapar Yuga, there were better rockets than now. Now, most of rockets go in side flash. It will go. Right? When I was young, I did something that I don't want kids to do. I'm telling, but don't do. Okay, promise? I had a desire that rocket only has one bomb. I want 3 bombs to blast. In those days, those multi-bomb thing did not come. I'm talking about what? 92, 91, right? Or maybe even earlier than that. So, what I did, in Dilshuknagar I used to stay, in a place called Chaitanyapuri. There is a place called Kamalanagar. I don't know if somebody knows that place. You know that place, Hare Krishna. So, my Tata's house was there. So, beside that, another house was there. So, there's a small courtyard in the front. So, I got small rocket. My father only bought me a small rocket. What to do? He didn't buy me a big rocket. So, small rocket I got. But my desire was big. So, I got 3 King Kong bombs. That time King Kong bombs were there. Even now they are there. I don't know why King Kong is blasted every year. But I got those King Kong bombs. I tied with a sellotape around that rocket. 3 King Kong bombs I tied. What to do? If I would have worked in DRDO, they would have sacked me. What kind of bomb you are creating? Right? So I put 3 King. I don't do that. No. Warning, statutory warning. Don't do that. So I put the 3 King Kong bombs around that small rocket, small chutku fellow. That fellow can't lift himself. I'm riding, 3 King Kong bombs. And then I lit. And then I lit it. I was like, now this will go up. And not only 1 bomb, 3 King Kong bombs will go up in the sky. That was my desire. Then what happened, Great difficulty, it lifted itself. But the problem is it directly fell in side fellow's courtyard. It went literally from this sofa, it fell near that TV. And there was this wall. That fellow was simply, he was a very scary fellow. He was only doing kakarpula, that little one. That was the maximum cracker he would go to. That itself is so scary for him, like this. I sent 3 King Kong bombs into his water. And when they blasted, that fellow literally fainted. I ran into the house. Hey, who threw bombs into my house? I was shouting. Right? Funny leelas, funny, not leelas, stupid things that I used to do. We all did, all our arms were, after Deepavali, everybody's arms will be burnt in the school. Right? After Sankranti, all fingers will be cut with manja. After Deepavali, some reason, nobody will write notes. Sir, what happened homework, sir? See, sir, burn, sir, here burn, sir, there burn. Somebody, he never had burn, he'll still put plaster and come, sir, burn, sir. So 1 week, chutti from homework after Deepavali. I'll tell one more, after all the crackers, this is also statutory warning, don't do it. After all the crackers are burned, there is some gunpowder, whatever powder, still left inside them. So I got a crooked idea. I thought I'll bring all of them, I'll remove all that, and I'll create a new bomb. Right? And I put them on a newspaper. I started pouring them. Small hill happened, like a small, like this size, this much size, like this. And I was wondering how to burn this. So I took a matchbox and I was trying to lit it. I had no clue. I thought it will burn like a chichupudi, like it will go up. Like that I thought. Right? So I took that, I kept it. Boom! One sound came. And after that, I could not see anything. Where am I? What's going on? I don't know. Because that whole thing, it just, like at once it became like smoke, a whole thing. And luckily I still have eyes now. But I should have gone blind that day only. My mother came. Hey, Yemendra. Amma, ekkaduno? Hey, Yemendra. After some time, that thing went away. Statutory, don't do that. Never do that. Fool. Whatever I'm telling, don't do that. So Ayodhya also did that. Many things. They used to send crackers. Why they were sending? Because Lord Ram is coming in Pushpak Viman. And they want Pushpak Viman to land in Ayodhya. They don't want to miss that and go to Nepal or somewhere. Right? You should land in Ayodhya. So they lit the firecrackers right up to the sky. Hey, we are here, come here. Right? So we should light crackers. Whatever secular people say, don't listen. Cracker burning is part of our culture. We will burn crackers, but don't take King Kong bombs. You can nicely blast, whatever it is. Of course, in a pollution, we will not try to create too much pollution. Some crackers should not, that, I don't know, that snake thing that they do, that creates a lot of dirty smoke. You should avoid something. But some things you can do. Some crackers are good, not many, and some deepaks are very important. Nice lamps, telling. Yeah. So all this is part of it. There are many more reasons actually. I'll not get into that. So Ayodhya Vasis were doing that, and so were even the Vrindavan Vasis. For them, Deepavali is, inviting Lord Ram. So Mother Yashoda, what she did, she told all her servants. She is the Maharani of Vrindavan. She's the wife of Nanda Maharaj, right? Actually, a small queen in herself. She had many servants. She told all the servants, don't come tomorrow. Tomorrow is national holiday, Deepavali, right? So all of you can be in your house and you don't need to come, right? Because tomorrow I want to make something for my son. I want to make something for my son, personally. See, that's what mothers do. So, when you make something personally for your child, the child feels the warmth and love. When you call some cook to make it, you don't feel that happiness and love. Right? My mother never delegated her task of cooking to anyone. Never. Now she is old. Sometimes when I tell, Amma, can you make? She go tell my wife, can you make? Or she'll tell the maid, can you help? But until she was able to make, she would never delegate. Why? Because that is her way of showing love. That is her way. And Mother Yashoda also, on the day of Deepavali, she said, all servants, please leave. Because today, I want to make special curd and special ghee and special butter for my son. My son Krishna, Nandalala. I want to serve him today. He's so small. He likes to eat butter. He likes to, drink buttermilk, right? All pure cow products I want to have. I want to make for my son. So there is a grass called Padmagandha grass. Very, very famous grass. The grass itself is sweet. So Padmagandha grass is given to some selected cows. And the milk that comes also is called as Padmagandha milk. And the milk is so sweet that you don't have to put any sugar in it or any jaggery in it. The moment you milk it, you can directly drink it. It's so sweet. And Nanda Maharaj had 900,000 cows. 900,000 cows. And among all those cows, 108 were special. Among those 108, 8 were special. In those 8, these 2 cows are very special. Padmagandha cows. And she personally went and milked the cows. Personally. Yashoda Maya would even know. She knows how to milk. Nandarani, Nanda Maharaj's wife, she knows how to milk. She milked the, Padmagandha milk, and she knows a very special occasion. She is boiling the milk on a nice pot, right? And she is meditating, oh, my Krishna, my darling is going to drink this milk, once it is hot, right? And she was imagining about, how many complaints come about Krishna to her house. And she was thinking, today if I feed Krishna this butter from this Padmagandha milk, today, this milk I'll give, he'll stop stealing in other houses. But this fellow always goes and steals, right? He gets the best of the butter, best of everything, still he goes and steals. Big problem, na? How many children here steal? Statutory warning, don't do that. But children are allowed to steal. See, when I was very young, we used to live in Pune. So the owners of the house, right, they had a big house and they gave us one room. My father was junior assistant clerk in army. So clerk itself is low. He was junior to the assistant of the clerk. That was his post. So small room. My father says, maybe as big as that room there. That was the house. In that everything happens. So beside one old lady used to be there. I was told this, I don't remember. So old lady used to, in the owner's house they used to make chapati. put little ghee and make chapati. I used to crawl from this house and go to their house and eat that chapati. As if I am the owner of that house. And the old lady used to always, shout at my mother, your son, how dare he comes and eats, in our house. What does he think? He's owner or what? Like that. And the day I would not go, she will come and ask, your son okay? Why did he come to take the chapati? Just imagine, I'm sure all of our children, and we also did all those mischievous things, right? The children are always allowed because children are so sweet. They don't think what belongs to them, what doesn't belong to them. For them, everything is for eating only. Right? They'll go and they'll take anywhere from anywhere and they'll eat. And they're allowed also. A child can get away doing anything. And just imagine if that child is Krishna. Oh, how beautiful he is. Right? In our culture on Janmashtami, we take small paduka of Krishna and we keep in the house. We want Krishna to follow that paduka and come into the house. Right? So gopis would also do that. Hey Krishna, this is our house. Come and steal the butter. And as soon as we steal the curd or butter, immediately they'll go and complain. Hey Yashoda, your son has again come and stole. And the Yashoda says, hey, why will my son steal from your house? We have 900,000 cows. You have Padma Ganda cows also. Why will they come and steal, butter from your place? But still Krishna would love to do that. Right? So, there's a funny story. Many stories, but once one gopi, she told Yashoda, your son is really mischievous, I'm tired of him. He always comes and steals in my house, as if there is no other house. No, just understand one thing, Krishna would not steal from one house in a day. He would practically steal from every house. Because he can expand into unlimited number of Krishnas. And every gopi is in anxiety. And every gopi is looking for Krishna to come and steal. But they also like complaining. So this gopi, she was waiting for Krishna to come. And when Krishna came, this time she caught him red-handed. Now, you cannot catch Krishna. Krishna wants to be caught. So he allowed her to catch. Right? And as soon as she caught that Krishna, and Krishna immediately started crying, red-handed. Now you can't tell, you can't lie. And she told, I am going to take you to Yashoda now. Bida ni sangat aipin. You are done. आज तेरा काम तमाम. आज तेरे को लेके सीधा यशोदा के पास red-handed पकड़ के लेके आऊंगा. Krishna, just imagine, small child, 2-year-old child, barely forming words, is telling her, I warn you, don't take me to my mother. I warn you. What is he telling? He's not telling, please don't take me. I warn you, don't take me to my mother. This Gopi is like, what nonsense, you're warning me? I will take you right now. So she literally dragged, means 2-3-year-old child, how do you take? You literally lift him and drag. And Krishna is on the way also. I warn you, don't take me to my mother. He's like, hey, Gujara, not taking him directly. Krishna is hanging, crawling. No, don't. I warn you, don't take me to my mother. I warn you. So silly and, like sweet. That's the problem, right? I mean, if that Krishna did, I am Sarvasva Prabhu, Matta Sarva, Pura, don't muska. Right? 10.8 sloka, if he tells Aham Sarvasva Prabhu, Matta Sarvam Pravartate, Iti Matta Bhujante Mam Buddha Bhava Samanvita, Chup, bite. Isn't it? No Bhagavad Gita will work there. Kada, no Bhagavad Gita will work there. I am the God, I am the source of everything. Who will believe? Nobody believes. Krishna will go and tell his mother, I killed Putana. And Yashoda will tell, hey Putake, you killed Putana? Like that. She will put a word against that Putana. I killed Agasura. Agake? You are Agake? You are Putake? Like that. Krishna is like, really I killed? Hey Pora, you look like a boar. She'll tell. You look like a pig. And immediately Krishna is like, how do you know? You are Tattvadarshi. I was a pig also, Varavatar. Krishna is like, he's telling, once Yashoda Ma caught Krishna giving, monkeys butter in this lila only. And immediately she's like, why are you giving monkeys butter? And Krishna says, little Krishna says, the one who created monkeys gives butter to monkeys. No tarish, nor a monkey, no? You created monkeys? Now see the sweetness of Krishna. You don't believe. He is the one who created monkeys. Right? He is the one who created 8.4 million species. But Mother Yashoda is not ready to believe. That is the biggest problem of Krishna. I told you, right? Devotees don't believe he is God. Non-devotees don't believe he is God. So who will believe? It's a big trouble. So Krishna is like hanging in that Gopi's hand. And Gopi takes Krishna to that Yashoda and says, hey, you are Yashoda, come outside. Today, no argument. I caught him red-handed. Ra, baiti ra. Yashoda is sitting inside the house. And what is she doing? She's feeding to Krishna. Huh? Yashoda is sitting in the house and feeding to Krishna. And Krishna is nicely eating. And that lady is shouting, hey, Yashoda, come out, come out. Yashoda is like, hey, I'm busy right now. I'll come later. You go. Unnecessarily, every day you will come and shout. You have no proof to prove that my son is a thief. Every day you will come and complain. I have proof today, you come. Like that she is shouting. And Yashoda is like, my Krishna is sitting here only. What proof he has? She goes outside. And then she is holding Krishna like this and like, Yashoda, I have caught him red-handed. Today all scores settled. I caught him red-handed. Yashoda like, what did you catch? I caught him red-handed. What do you mean? He is here only. And she looks at that side. She sees her son in her hand. Her son. And he is looking at his mother. Amma, indu gunjukochina nanni ikkadiki? Why did you pull? Why did you bring me here? Right? And this lady is like, "Nu etla vachinavra? Tu kaise aa gaya? How did you come here? I brought Krishna." Like, Amma, all the way I was shouting, don't take me, don't take me. Hey, what is this? And Yashoda is like, see, Krishna is not such that he'll come and steal butter in your house. He is already having butter in my house. Krishna! And Krishna comes from inside the room. Yes, Amma. Yes, Amma. This Gopi is flabbergasted. You know, what is going on here? I caught him red-handed there. And this fellow is sitting here and eating in the house. And this fellow is in my hands, my own son. She's totally perplexed, almost going to faint. And then at that time, what is that? Yashoda says, I think you should go home. You're mentally disturbed. Go home. Gopi is like, no, Yashoda, this is not happening. I can't explain what is happening. And Krishna is like, go. And mother is like, Kana, I'm coming inside. I'll feed you. Don't worry. Unnecessary disturbance. And that Gopi is totally perplexed. Huh? Prabhavati Gopi. Her name is Prabhavati Gopi. Haribol. And Prabhavati Gopi is completely perplexed. And then on the way she's thinking, what did I do? How did this fellow come in my hands? Maybe I caught my son only. Maybe it was my son only. Maybe Krishna never came. Like that she's thinking and she's walking home. She's holding her son and she's walking home. On the way again slowly the sound comes. I warned you. Huh? She looks down and she sees Krishna. This fellow. I told you, I warned you, don't take me in front of my mother. Hey Krishna, how did you do this? Krishna said, I warned you and next time you do this, you will not find me, you will find your husband. Gopi is like, I will never do this again. But in spite of all these leelas, she would again go home and churn the butter. And she wants Krishna to come again. Right? Once Krishna gets caught, red-handed he gets caught. Again, by Yashoda only. This time Yashoda, see, thief is a thief everywhere. He is in outside house also, inside the house also. Inside the house also he steals. Yashoda kept his nice butter and, curd, everything on the dining table. He'll go and steal from the storeroom. This time she caught him in the storeroom, red-handed. And Krishna's hand is inside the butter pot. Now what can he do? Now he can't lie, right? But still he'll lie. Huh? Bhagavatam starts saying that he is absolute truth. And this fellow is telling absolute lies. Right? Complete lie. Nobody can tell complete lie. Krishna can tell complete truth also. Krishna can tell complete lie also. Red-handed she caught and is like, hey, what is this Krishna? I kept butter for you. Why are you stealing butter from this pot? I never steal. I never steal. Hey, patkunara nenu. Your hand is inside the butter. No, I am not stealing. So what do you mean you are not stealing? Your hand is inside the butter. No, actually what happened? You kept me this bangle, na? The bangle has rubies. Rubies become hot. So because this became so hot to cool my hand, I kept my hand in the butter. Yashoda just laughs. Ah, Kana, you are so sweet. Sit down. You are so sweet, right? Your sweetness makes me, not find any faults in you, like that. Krishna gets caught so many times. Red-handed he gets caught, right? Once Krishna went to one Gopi's house, and he was waiting when the Gopi will go out of the house and I'll go and steal the butter. So Gopi saw Krishna. Hey, this fellow came. Now I'll go out. Let us see. He'll come inside. Should I tell one more pastime?
Yes.
Many like this. I know few. So,
It's funny.
it's funny, right? Haribol. So, Krishna, he saw Gopi is going out. Now he wants to enter. He entered the house. And Gopi knows this fellow is going to come to steal now. Right? She waited for him to keep his hand in the butter pot. So as soon as Krishna kept the hand in the butter pot, immediately Gopi came inside. Oh, stop! Now I caught you. Today your hand is inside the butter. Mil gaya tu. Krishna kept his hand. He said, what should I tell now? Why did you come here? No, I didn't come to steal. What do you mean? You are already stealing. What is there to explain now? No, I didn't come to steal. So why did you come then? See, I was searching for my calf. There is a calf missing in my courtyard. My father told, go search for that calf. I was searching for that calf. Gopi is like, okay, you are searching for the calf. What are you doing inside the house? Now I thought the calf came into the house. So I also came into the house. Okay, you came into the house. Why is your hand in the pot? No, I'm thinking maybe calf went into the pot. So I'm searching for the calf inside the pot. Immediately Gopi, she starts laughing. Actually, she was very serious. Sometimes when we play with small children, we behave very seriously. Like this we'll do. That fellow will slowly start crying. Then we start laughing, isn't it? We do that thing, right? This Gopi also was trying to do that only. She was shouting at Krishna, hey, ఏం చేస్తున్నారా? ఎందుకు చేయబెట్టిన లోపట? దాని లోపట కాఫ్ పోయింది. The moment he says that, immediately that even that serious Gopi who never wanted to laugh starts laughing. And instead of beating Krishna, she will take that butter and put in his mouth. Tinra, tinu. Enta tintav anta tinu. Like that is Krishna. So there is no end to Krishna Leelas like this in Vrindavan. And the more you hear about Krishna Leela, you will forget about the tension in your office. You will forget about the tension in your life. You will forget about the diseases that we have in this body. You will forget about so many difficulties in life. Because Krishna, Akarsha iti Krishna. He stops you from the cycle of repeated birth and death. Krishna, Krish means circle. Birth, death, old age, disease, birth, and he stops it. Just with his beautiful pastimes. Right? So, here is Krishna. Mother Yashoda is boiling the Padmagandha milk, and at the same time, she is also churning butter sitting beside, and she is singing Krishna's songs. Right? That's what all the gopis do. They all the time sing Krishna's songs. And Krishna is so happy, hearing those songs. And when she's singing Krishna's songs, she's remembering Krishna. What is she singing in the songs? He stole butter like this. He did this mischief. He did that mischief. She's only thinking about all that. And she's churning the butter. And while she's doing that, because she's thinking about Krishna, her breasts filled with milk. Because that's what happens to mothers. There is no science that can explain this, how it happens. But when the mother thinks of her child, immediately her breasts are filled with the milk for that child. And Krishna becomes hungry. Right? Bhoktaram yajna tapasam sarva loka maheshwara. He is the bhokta of all the offerings of the whole world. And he never feels hungry. Tam prapadye swayambhuvam, Gajendra is saying. I am bowing down to that person who is self-satisfied, swayambhuvam. But this self-satisfied person suddenly starts feeling hungry. Contradicting, right? How can you explain this? He is always satisfied from within, but he is feeling hungry. And he crawls and goes to his mother because she is remembering Krishna. She is filled with milk to give to Krishna, milk of her love. And Krishna goes and crawls and holds her, and immediately Yashoda pulls Krishna onto her lap. Hey Krishna, you have come. And she immediately starts feeding him her milk. And Krishna is experiencing the love of her mother. And the same consciousness is also experienced by all of us when we had also taken milk from our mother. We have forgotten that. But today we are happy and satisfied in life because we received that love. We received that love. I was hearing from a senior brahmachari, he was saying that many people who become old in their 30s and 40s, they become violent against opposite sex, opposite women. They become a little violent. And when they did a research, they found out that many of them did not have proper parenthood. Many of their mothers never fed them breast milk. Many of their mothers never kept them close to their heart. Child is missing that. A soul is missing that warmth even after 30 years of growth. And out of that frustration, he's doing all those things. No, it's proven. Many of the criminals that you see in the jails of America, they have broken parents. They don't have mother and father, either mother or father or some stepfather or some stepmother. They never had love in their life. And we are so fortunate, Prabhuji and Matajis, that we all had mothers who were at our home and giving us all the love. This is called wealth. Wealth is not having a big flat or a villa or something in like a big car or anything. Biggest wealth is love. Right? Biggest wealth is love. And that cannot be exchanged to anything. Right? A mother would never let her child leave the house or leave the country. What to speak of leaving country? She would never allow. My child should always be with me. And the child would always miss that. You can buy anything on the world, but you can't buy mother's love. You cannot. You cannot buy parents' love. So all the children, what you are receiving is very, very rare. Very rare. So Krishna is sucking the milk from Yashoda and is so satisfied and so happy. And Yashoda is looking at him and she is seeing this supreme beauty. Beautiful eyes. Namah Pankaja Nabhaya, Namah Pankaja Maline, Namah Pankaja Netraya, Namaste Pankaja Angraye. She's seeing lotus, all the beautiful lotus eyes, lotus mouth, lotus nose, lotus ears, lotus face, lotus body. So soft. And he's looking at Yashoda and is happy. And at that time, Yashoda remembers the Padmagandha milk. Hey, I kept it for boiling. And I'll tell you one other mystic thing that nobody can explain. Only Matajis have this power. They can know when it is boiling and it is going to fall. Till now I never figured out. Prabhujis will never know. They'll sit in the hall, they're watching the TV, but they'll never know milk is boiling. But mothers will know. Is that true? Somehow they'll know. I've seen that many times, Sometimes, me and my wife, they're sitting in some hall and suddenly she'll get up and run. Hey, why? Paal bogutunai. How did you know? And exactly she'll go and she'll off that. So this is coming from spiritual world, by the way, same potency. So Mother Yashoda knows that now the milk is ready. It's going to fall. And she immediately keeps Krishna down. She has to run, so she kept Krishna down. And Krishna is busy, happily enjoying his mother's milk. But he is kept down and immediately Krishna gets angry. Nan kinda bedtava? Mereko niche lagati hai tu. How did you do that? It's transcendental. She also went for him only. She went to get the milk. And Krishna becomes so angry. Immediately he does like this. You all do that, right? When you become angry, what do? Your lower lip goes inside upper teeth comes on the lip. Is that true? Huh? Even in the office when he gives unduly report on Friday, like this you will see, right? Immediately you will get that anger. Okay? So he bites his tongue, he bites his lips. And Acharyas explain that the lower lip darkness represents ignorance and the teeth on the top represents goodness, sattva guna. And in order to remove the ignorance, you have to use the goodness. So when Krishna does like this, Acharyas even interpret that one act of Krishna, that to remove ignorance from our lives, we need to have goodness. Right? And Krishna bites his tongue and he starts looking, what can I do now? Right? And he's so angry with his mother. What best a child can do? Go and create mess in the house. So immediately runs into the storeroom and he takes a small stone and he blows and pot, he breaks that butter pot. And pot, he breaks another pot in the the curd, nice curd, he breaks that pot. Everywhere it is falling. Right? Now curd and butter and all, biggest problem is if it falls, very difficult to clean also. Have you experienced it any time? If ghee falls on the floor, it will take you like hour to clean, still it will be slippery. Butter also like that. And Yashoda comes back and she sees whole house is in a mess. Whole house. This fellow didn't leave any room. Because he is breaking everywhere and running on that also. And he's keeping those little feet and he's going one room to another room, one room to another room. Everywhere there is butter, ghee, curd. Hey, what is this fellow doing? She knows who is it is. She knows who is it. And finally, she sees in one room, he goes and she goes and she sees this fellow is standing on a motor. There is the churning motor. He stands on that. And he is trying to find another pot as if he already broke so many pots. There is no reason to go there. And on top of that, he also called monkeys, pigeons, everybody. They're all sitting around him. And he's he's not able to break, so he keeps his hand, he tries to pull some butter, and there is a monkey beside. He keeps in his mouth. The monkey fellow is hooked. Very nice. He's enjoying. Right? Another monkey is coming. Me also. And another monkey. It is explained, Lord Ramachandra in Ramayana wanted to reciprocate to the monkeys. He wanted to do something for the monkeys because they gave their life for him. It's not like monkeys had Brahmastra or some Agniastra or anything. All they had is branches and stones. With that they went and fought with Ravana's army. Ravana's army was not an ordinary army. And they gave their lives. And Ram always felt, I should reciprocate back to them. And Acharya explains that this is how he reciprocated. That he called all those monkeys. Every pastime of Supreme Lord, he is always looking for an opportunity to serve his devotees. How can I serve my devotee? He is looking for the opportunity. It is also explained that when Lord Narsinghadev was after killing Hiranyakashipu, he kept Prahlad on his lap. Right? And Narsinghadev is what? Lion. Right? Big lion like this. Everybody is scared. Prahlad is not scared. He's sitting in lion's lap. And Narsinghadev is looking at Prahlad. And Prahlad is so relaxed. Looking at that relaxed Prahlad, Narsinghadev felt like licking him. He took his he started licking, like a lion licks, right? I don't know. Did anybody lick by a lion? Or, I never even tried. So, Narsinghadev started licking Prahlad. And licking Prahlad, Narsinghadev developed a desire that even I want to sit in the lap of my devotee just like Prahlad. And so happily sitting in the lap. With full comfort, I want to sit in the lap. Right? Like that he developed a desire. And next incarnation he appeared as Lord Ram sitting in Dashrath's lap. And when Dashrath was sitting, Lord Ram was sitting there and imagining, as Narsinghadev I wanted to do this. Now I am enjoying the lap of my father. And Dashrath would hold Ram like this. My dear Ram, my Ram, you are my life. Like that. And Ram, was looking at that, and then while in his Ram Leela, he developed another desire. Every time he wanted to hug somebody with love, he used to feel some friendship. Friends hug each other, right? Thaka, they hug. When you go to a college, he wanted to hug Sugriva. Ram would go to Sugriva, I want to hug you, and immediately Sugriva will bow down. Dasya rasa. What to do? He'll immediately bow down. And Ram will say, hey, I wanted to hug you. Like, Damo dasosmi. Dasosmi at the pakka better, I wanted to hug you. Nobody is ready to hug. He'll go to Angad, he will bow down. He'll go to Hanuman. Hanuman, I want to hug, he'll bow down. Every time everybody is bowing down. Now Krishna is thinking, hey, no, Ram is thinking, I want to have some friends in life. I don't have any friends in Ramayana only. Everybody is only saying Ram, Ram, Ram and bowing down to me. I want to have friends in life. Right? Then he appeared as Krishna. And he had all friends. All friends. Krishna had all friends. Gopas. Everywhere Gopas. Right? But this time, Krishna didn't expect how mischievous friends he'll get. He asked for too much. These friends were so much in friendly Sakya Bhav that they completely forgot who is Krishna. And Krishna would, he would do some small mischief. In game also he'll do mischief. And immediately they'll say, hey, you broke the law, you go and sit. Krishna will say, hey, wait a second, what do you mean sit? I have come here to play. I have come here to play. I am in Goloka Vrindavan. I am the Ishvara Paramaha Krishna. I am the God of all gods, the source of everything. Matta Paratara Nanyat Kucho. Sit there. You have broken the rules, sit there. Krishna is really disappointed. After some time, Krishna is thinking, I want to play. I am Vishnu. I have come from Vaikunta. I left Vaikunta planets to come here and play. What are you doing? Nobody is hearing his explanation. That is the problem of Krishna. In Goloka Vrindavan, nobody gives him any value. They can't live without Krishna, but they don't think that he is God. Right? So all the friends say, sit down there. Krishna is like, hey, wait a second. I want to tell you something. What do you want to tell? You broke the rule, you sit there. You remember your gully cricket? How many played gully cricket here? Everybody played. Mataji also played. Hare Krishna. I thought only Prabhuji played gully cricket. What I used to do, as soon as I'll get out, I'll take my bat and go home. Hey, Indra! No out gale. Nin out gale. No out no. Okay, then adan po. I'll take the bat and go. That fellow, hey, without bat, how will we play? Then allow me to bat. Right? This is called cheating, right? Pakka cheating. But don't worry, this cheating doesn't have any karma. So this Krishna also, now he is going and telling his friends, hey, please, you have to allow me to play. You can't tell like this. How can you tell I cannot play? Then friends are like, sit there, you cheated. You are getting punished. You have to sit there. You cannot play with us. Then Krishna goes and tells. Now he has to influence. He has to influence, right? What will you do in your influence? Tirupati, when you go, what will you say? I know that MLA. Here is MLA letter. I want darshan of Govinda. Pudostada. Right? All those things we do. So Krishna also, that idea is coming from Krishna only. So Krishna goes to his friend and says, you know who I am? నేను ఎవరో తెలుసా నీకు తెలుసురా భయ్ కూసో you know who you are కూసోవాడా I am the son of Nanda Maharaj. We know that you are the son of Nanda Maharaj. Hey, we have 900 cows, 900,000 cows. Whatever cows you have, you can't come and play. You are punished. Krishna is helpless. Krishna is helpless in front of his devotees. How can you understand this? He is helpless. And he starts crying. He starts crying. Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the source of all Vishnus, the source of all Narayans, Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam, Vyasdev is saying, the central focus of the entire universe, he is sitting there and crying and saying, please allow me to cry. Please allow me to come and play. Like, sit there. And he's crying and crying, and finally the Gopas look at him. Should we allow him? You want to? Today we'll allow him? Okay, we'll allow him. Come to play. He goes and plays. Right? So happy to play. Because that is what Krishna is in the spiritual world. Right? In the month of Kartik Mass, we remember that Krishna. That Krishna from where we all of us came, Prabhus and Matajis. And that Krishna is calling us back. That Krishna is calling us back. ఏం చేస్తున్నారు ఈ పెబల్ సిటీలో మాదాపూర్ గచ్చిబౌలిలో సస్తున్నారు యూఆర్ వర్కింగ్ లైక్ క్యాట్స్ అండ్ డాగ్స్ వై యూ హ్యావ్ టు డూ ఆల్ దట్ కమ్ బ్యాక్ టు మీ అండ్ బై ద వే ఐఎమ్ నాట్ గాడ్ దేర్ వీఆర్ ఈక్వల్ ద గ్రేట్నెస్ ఆఫ్ కృష్ణ ఇస్ he gives us equal platform. Saropya, Samipya, Salokya, Sayujya. What is the other one? Huh? Sarshti. Everything equally is giving. Devotees don't ask for becoming him. But they say, Salokya, I will give you a same place like mine, like Vaikunta. I will give Vaikunta planet. Sarupya, you look like me only. If you go to Vaikunta, everybody looks like Vishnu only. Everybody looks like Narayan. It's very difficult. Hey, Mr. Narayan, you are Narayan or? I am Udayanand. Okay, you are Udayanand. Who are you? You are Narayan? Everybody has 4 hands. Everybody looks like Narayan. Can you do that to others? Huh? Biggest discussion in a marriage is, biggest problem going to a marriage is, did anybody wear the same saree like me? You want to make sure you call it. You వేసుకుంటాం yellow. నువ్వు వేసుకుంటున్నావు ఆరెంజ్. నేను రెడ్ వేసుకుంటాను. I want to be safe. I want to look different. Same Prabhuji is also. What are you wearing? Just imagine, same day 2 fellows will wear the same shirt and come and sit in the office. So uncomfortable. Why did you wear the same shirt? Next time, please tell me when you wear this shirt. I will also make sure I will not wear this. We are so particular about our identity. Because we want to look good. We want to look special. But look at Krishna, he is giving his identity. That is why he doesn't have any ego. God doesn't have any ego. Because he is a servant of his devotees. Right? Now here is Krishna. With his friends, playing in Goloka. And nobody is treating him like God. They are punishing him also. He does a wrestling match. They put him upside down and say, I won. And Krishna is like, yes, you won. You won because you actually defeated me. And he actually gets defeated. That's the beauty of God. He likes to be defeated by his devotees. Right? Like a father. We also experience that when a small child is there. Sometimes you do dishum with him. Right? A small fellow, dishum will do. That fellow will do dishum and the father will run and fall there. Immediately, I laugh, as if he hit the father has fallen there. Father also is feeling happy that, my son has done that. He has done that in the houses, right? Everybody of us has done. Krishna also does that. And he likes doing that with his. We are all getting all these qualities from where? From Krishna only. So here is Krishna, he is looking at his friends and now he is happy. As Ramachandra, I never had friends. Now I have too many friends. Now Krishna is thinking, I don't think I want so many friends. And this kind of mischievous friends. I asked for friends but never knew that Sakya Rasa is so much Rasa that they will not give any value to me only. Now Krishna is sitting in Goloka, is thinking, I want to understand how my devotees experience me when they love me. I want to, now new desire is coming. Krishna also, he is desireless. But he gets desires. It's the beauty. Everywhere there is contradiction. Krishna doesn't have any desire. He is Atma Rama. Atma Rama means no desires. He is self-satisfied. But he develops a desire. What is the desire? I want to understand what does my devotee feel when he makes sandesh for me. I want to experience when he makes prasadam for me. What does he experience? Especially, I want to experience what does Radharani feel. And then he appears as Swayam Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He appears as Chaitanya. Same Krishna appears as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Appears as a devotee with the complexion of Srimati Radharani. And with a beautiful desire of serving Krishna, he appears. Right? And still he develops so many desires, how to serve his devotees. Right? And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's devotees are crazy devotees. Not lazy, crazy. And most craziest person in Chaitanya Leela is Nityananda Prabhu. Completely, he is like Avaduta. And Nityananda Prabhu's disciples are even more crazy. Yesterday only I was reading one devotee of Nityananda Prabhu, Murari Chaitanya Das. This person, he'll forget who is he. He'll simply forget and he'll wander in the forest, he'll go to lion, he'll slap lion, pat, say Hare Krishna. Lion is what? Say Hare Krishna. Hey, I am lion, I'll eat you. He completely forgotten that he is lion. Right? He'll go to a venomous snake, he'll put the snake on his neck. Say Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Chappu. Everybody are shocked. Hey, what is this Murari Chaitanya Das? He'll go and jump into a lake and he'll keep swimming for 3 days. Like a fish, he'll swim. He says, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Everyone, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Chaitanya Leela is like that, craziness. Because to experience that craziness, Krishna came here. And he himself is doing that craziness. Crazy towards Krishna. And towards the end of his Leelas in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Jagannath Puri, sitting in Gambhira, he asked Swarup Damodar Goswami and Ramananda Rai, please chant the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Krishna Leelas. I want to hear Krishna Leelas. Again and again and again and again and again. Anyway, coming back to Damodar Leela. Where was I? So he was standing on the pot. From monkeys I went to Ramayana to I don't know where I went. Anyway, sorry about that. So, Krishna is caught. The absolute person who cannot be caught is caught. By the way, he is not caught. He jumps. He starts running. And Yashoda is running behind Krishna holding a stick. That I want to catch you now. How mischievous are you? I want to catch you now. Today I am going to beat you because whole house you made in a mess. Actually, he made a lot of mess. And finally she catches. And it's so impossible to catch Krishna. How can you catch Krishna? The one who cannot be caught by greatest of the rishis and yogis and jnanis is getting caught by a simple woman. Simple cowherd woman, with love. He gets caught. And then she asks, Krishna, how have you broken all these pots? Why did you break these pots? You'll ask that, right? Mother will ask. And look at the boldness of Krishna. The absolute truth can tell absolute lie then also. Inta zarigin tarvata kuda. She saw him red-handed, blue-handed, whatever it is. On the pot, on that motor standing and removing butter. And he jumped and is running. And, why did you break the pot? I did not break the pot. There should be a limit. I saw you breaking the pot. And you know what Krishna told? He told, Mother, Amma, when you kept me down and ran, you ran so fast, your ankle bell, there is an ankle. To your ankle there is a, what is that? There is a bangle. Thick bangle. That bangle flew and fell on the pot and the pot broke. Yashoda is like, this is too much. This fellow is telling me so many lies. So many gopis are telling me lies and never believed them. But this fellow is lying to me. It's black and white today. Now I am not going to keep you like this. So immediately she went. It's Deepavali day. She's worried that this fellow, if I don't catch him properly, tie him properly, run into another house. He'll create mess anywhere else. So she immediately decided she'll tie him. She looked around, she saw that same motor, that grinding motor. She went to that motor, she took some soft clothes from the house and she pulled that fellow there. Said, Krishna, you stand now, I want to tie you. And Krishna is like, he's crying. He's already crying. And Acharyas explain, he is not just crying, he is gasping. Sarvat Muni, what is that? Satyavat Muni is looking at that, gasping. Rudantam muhur netra yugmam rujantam. This fellow is actually crying. The beauty of Krishna is, he gets beaten up by his mother and he cries. He's not acting. Not like acting like, you want to act in front of your small child, you'll just act as if you're crying. Sometimes you go in front of your child, ooh, I'm also crying. Oh, you're also crying, so I'm also crying, like that. But he's actually crying. How can God cry? How can God steal? How can God be caught? How can God be tied? There is a limit. That is why Prabhuji and Mataji's Kartik month is very special only for devotees. Because only devotees can understand these leelas of Krishna. Krishna doesn't allow non-devotees to come and hear this. You can call the whole planet. Krishna will not allow these to be discussed with non-devotees. Non-devotees means what? We were also one day non-devotee. I was also a non-devotee. I am still a non-devotee. But by mercy of a devotee, he comes and calls and he gives prasad. And with the prasad, we enter into a satsang. And suddenly we start hearing leelas of Goloka Vrindavan, which we are not qualified to hear actually. But we hear these things. Right? And acharyas like Srila Prabhupada, who took so much pain, who went to so much austerities to bring these leelas into our houses. Right? Not only house here in India, all over the world. Prabhupada took these leelas to America. Prabhupada took these leelas to Russia. Recently when Narendra Modi, he went to Russia, their devotees were standing and chanting Hare Krishna. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. Yeah. You can put a dhoti to a foreigner. You can even manage to keep a tilak to a foreigner. But how can you bring devotion into a foreigner? The one who never even saw Krishna is crying for Krishna. And when the Prime Minister of India is going, Prime Minister of Bharat is going to Russia, they could have stood there in their Russian dress. They came in Indian dress. Right? They came in an Indian traditional dress, wearing saris, dhoti, kurta. And they're standing in front of the Prime Minister of India and saying, what you have given me, what your country has given us, we value it. Right? So Prabhuji and Mataji's, Prabhupada taught the whole world who is a Vaishnava. Right? And we Indians, we taking birth in Bharat, should reciprocate. Not only internally, even externally. That when we go to satsang, we will wear dhoti, kurta and go. Why not? Why not? When Russians are doing it in Russia, why am I not doing it? Of course, there may be some situation. You might have come just from office, you ran, came. That's okay. But when you have time, when you have dhoti kurta in your house, when you have nice tilak, why don't we wear it? What is stopping us from it? Children, can you wear? Yes, you can. Krishna is to wear dhoti kurta. Right? We can also wear. Nice saris we can wear. Nice tilak we can wear. And tell Krishna that Krishna, we are ready to come back. We are already wearing the uniform. Now take us to Goloka. We are ready. Right? We are ready. Matters. Externals also matter. Internals also matter. Sometimes internals help us, our consciousness helps us to put the externals. But sometimes even externals help us to develop internal. Right? When you wear a police uniform, suddenly you feel like police, isn't it? Huh? In the same way, when you wear a devotee uniform, you actually feel like a devotee. Yeah. So here is Krishna being caught by Yashoda Maya. And she takes a soft rope, she puts around Krishna and she ties Krishna. She ties Krishna and Krishna is being tied. Now Prabhuji, about this tying, if I start repeating the leelas told by different Maharajas in ISKCON, it will go till tomorrow morning. Just about tying, how she was tying. But quickly we'll tie. So she ties. She ties him, but exactly when she has to put a knot, it is 2 fingers too short. The ropes have come till here, but they can't put the knot. Just 2 fingers too short. Again she says, okay, let me get one more rope. She adds one more rope, again ties, just when she is going to put a knot, His 2 fingers too short. She's thinking, hey, what is going on? And the beauty is, Krishna's belly size is that only. See, if his belly size is increasing, there should be a problem in putting the knot, right? So this is a mystic lila of Krishna. His belly size is same, but the rope is not being sufficient to tie. She is struggling and struggling and again she adds one more rope, again the 2 finger too short. Now, while she is doing this, one gopi comes and sees, she has to see Krishna every day. She comes and sees Yashoda in the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj is trying to tie Krishna and she's 2 finger too short. And she sees that and she starts laughing. The gopi starts laughing. And immediately she goes, hey, come, see something. Krishna is doing something, some mischief. Yashoda is trying to tie this fellow. Every time she is trying to tie, it's 2 finger too short. One gopi. The whole news spreads across the whole Vrindavan. It's a festival of ropes. Festival of ropes. We call even Jagannath Rath Yatra as festival of ropes. Festival of chariots and ropes. Right? We pull that with that rope. Krishna is allowing to be pulled. Krishna is allowing to be pulled. You all pulled Jagannath Rath in this community. The community is blessed. People don't know what has happened here. So, all because of Udayanand Prabhu. If he would not have started here, such a beautiful Rath Yatra. Of course, there are many other, I heard a lot of big Oriya people crowd, and they also like to do Rath Yatra, which is so great. Everybody should do that. Everybody. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Please, Prabhu. Make sure you do Rath Yatra in such a vibrant way that all communities should see this Pebble City and do Rath Yatra in their communities. You should do that. Yes, please. Like Ganesh Pandal comes in every street, there has to be Rath Yatra in every street. That is the desire of Srila Prabhupada. Right? And we are trying to fulfill in a small, minuscule way. This time in Gachibowli we did 20 Rath Yatras? 26? Yeah, many other. Nirendra Prabhu and others also they did. 22, 23, 26 Rath Yatras. Right? All this is happening because devotees are coming. And Rath Yatra is an opportunity where you are allowing Krishna to be pulled into their hearts. Right? First Rath Yatra happened in Kurukshetra. When Krishna went in Kurukshetra during the eclipse, Krishna goes there and Radharani and Gopikas come there. They look at Krishna and they see Krishna and Gopis say, we want to pull you back to Vrindavan. Enough of Dwarka, enough of Mathura. They start pulling him. Acharya is explained that is one of the first of the kind of Rath Yatras. The pulling the Rath. Anyway, coming back to Damodar Leela. So, he is not getting tied. And they struggle and gopis now they are also supplying their one rope. Their soft chunnis they are giving, soft robes they are giving. Tie. And this little fellow is standing there and looking at his mother. Crying, he is still crying that she is tying me and he is not allowing her to tie him. Mystically the rope is coming, 2 finger too short. Then Krishna sees the sweat in Yashoda, anxiety. Then finally, there are 2 different versions to this. It is explained that finally one small Gopika came inside and she was Srimati Radharani. And as soon as Radharani came inside, Krishna got automatically tied. Immediately he surrendered. And Srimati Radharani, she was small gopi, she gave her little rope. And when Yashoda added that rope, Krishna got tied. This is one Acharya's explanation. I heard this from His Grace Chaitanya Charan Prabhu. And other Acharyas explain that Krishna actually saw the endeavor of his mother, right? Sadhana, how much endeavor she is doing. And he gave kripa. So the 2 finger too short represents sadhana and kripa. You have to do your part, I will do my part. Right? We have to do our chanting, I will give the taste. You have to do your service, I will take you back to my abode. Right? So you have to do your sadhana properly. And he will reciprocate accordingly. So both he is conveying a message, kripa and sadhana. Yes, Prabhu.
This also reminds me of that Krishna Tulabharam.
Yes. Little tulsi leaf. Khatam.
All the weights.
Of all the weights, little tulsi leaf will take him out.
Yeah, I think that the love of Radha Rani here and there.
Tulsi.
Yeah,
Tulsi Maharani.
twins not even.
Yes. Krishna cannot be bought with anything of this world except his love. All his leelas, he is bought with patram pushpam phalam toya. Yome bhakta pranish. That's very important. You have to be a devotee. Then only he gets caught. So finally, Yashodama ties the rope and he is tied. And Krishna is tied now. Now Yashoda can go and finish her work. Yashoda knows that this fellow is tied now, he will not go anywhere. But can you tie Krishna and make him stand at a place? Impossible. Nobody could do that. Even Yashoda failed here. She went inside, this fellow immediately pulled the grinding motor also. The whole motor fell down. And is crawling and going. And where is he going? He is going to serve another devotee. Who is that another devotee? Narada Muni. Now, a quick detour to another yuga, when this happened, is when Narad Muni was traveling, there were two rich sons of Kuvera. Kuvera's two rich sons. Kuvera was a finance minister. He had all the finances. Yeah. His two sons' names were Nalla Kuvera and Manigriva. Right? And now both of them were very, very egoistic that they are very rich sons of rich father. Right? So what they were doing? They were drinking alcohol, they were swimming in the water, there were some women also, some others also. I mean, like they're enjoying with alcohol, completely intoxicated they're enjoying. And as soon as Narad Muni came, the women there felt ashamed. Hey, what is this? Sadhu is coming. Immediately they covered themselves and they ran. But these two fellows, they were so egoistic because of their pride of wealth. Because of the pride of wealth, they remained there only like this, completely naked, with alcohol in their hands. They were standing in the pool, in the pool of water. And Narad Muni, he looked at both these people, and Narad Muni felt they have to be taught a lesson. Because pride is something that will destroy us. And Acharyas explain, Narad Muni blessed them with a curse. The statement itself is contradicting. How can you bless somebody with a curse? Curse is to punish. But the greatness of a devotee is, even a curse of a devotee is a blessing. Right? And Kunti Maharani says in Bhagavatam that, hey Krishna, always give us trouble so that we don't get intoxicated with our wealth. Because actually wealth takes us away from Krishna. Bhogaishwarya prashaktaram Taya apruta tetisam vyavasayatmika buddhir samadhav na vidiyate. Bhoga and Aishwarya always disturb our spirituality. That's why now I am not telling that we should go and live in a hut. You can live in Pebble City. You can live in even better apartment, bigger apartment, villa also. But use that in Krishna's service. When you use the wealth in Krishna's service, when you use your influence in Krishna's service, your skills in Krishna's service, then that opulence, then that wealth also becomes like prasad. Right? So even the great Goswamis like Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, you see a Goswami is there, 6 Vrindavan, they were all very opulent, rich people. They left all that when they looked at Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But Nalla Kuvera and Manigriva could not do that because they were so much puffed up with wealth. They saw Narad Muni, but they had no desire to respect him. And Narad Muni gave them a curse. That you are so proud of your body, right? Now remember this. What were they proud of? Their bodies. And they were showing off their bodies. Right? Look at my body like that. So what was the curse? Okay, you want to show your body and you want to show naked yourself, become a tree. Right? Like you can stand like Shah Rukh Khan like this. 2 hands. Nice angle. Right? Or any other movie star. You can stand. That's what, people who try to wear less clothes and walk around in public, what do you think they'll become trees in next life? You'll have no clothes. Enjoy. Right? Nicely enjoy. That's what you get. Right? So, they became trees. But as soon as they became trees, the problem is, they became trees, but they still remember that they're devatas. That's a big problem. If you forget that you are devatas and you are a tree in a tree body, that's okay. But they remember that they looked at Narad Muni. Narad Muni, what is this? Please forgive us. Please forgive us. Narad Muni said, of course, I have come here to forgive only. I have come here to give. Forgive. And what am I giving you? I am giving you an opportunity to become purified, and finally you will take darshan of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You will be two trees, and you will be in the courtyard of Nanda. So for thousands of years, Acharya explained, they were standing like trees waiting when will Krishna appear in that courtyard. They were standing, huge trees. And the courtyard, in one yuga, when the yuga came, Nanda Maharaj came there and the house was being built. Now they were like, yes, Narad Muni's mercy is coming. And Krishna appeared in that house and he is looking at those two trees and they are seeing Krishna playing in that courtyard. Little games, little mischiefs, and both those trees are, Nalakuver and Manigriva are so happy. Ah, Krishna, our pride is gone. We are purified by the mercy of Narad Muni. Now we are ready to receive your mercy. Please deliver us. And Krishna takes this opportunity. Every act of Krishna is to deliver somebody. Every act, every lila is to benefit somebody. There is no lila of Krishna which doesn't have any benefit linked to some devotee. No lila. Everybody gets benefited. It's explained in Ratsur Yajna of Pandavas. When Pandavas did Ratsur Yajna, Krishna took the responsibility of giving duties to everybody. So he gave one duty to Arjuna, he gave one duty to Yudhishthir, he gave one duty to Nakul and Sahadev, and he gave a duty to Duryodhana also. Duryodhana is the enemy of Pandavas, and Krishna is engaging. Even in that situation, he gave a duty to Duryodhana. What is Duryodhana's desire? That Pandavas should be completely destroyed. And one of the services during Ratsur Yajna is to give wealth to Brahmanas. When any Brahmanas come for the Yajna, he has to remove from the treasury and give some wealth. Now, Krishna saw the hand of Duryodhana. And the hand of Duryodhana, the Rekha says that whatever he gives, it will become double. And Krishna decided, this is the best service for Duryodhana. He called Duryodhana, he said, Duryodhana, I am giving you a service in Ratsur Yajna. He's like, I don't want to do any service. They are doing Ratsur Yajna. No, I am giving you a good service. What is that service? You have to distribute the treasury of Pandavas. Duryodhana was like, yes, I will make them beggars. In Ratsur Yajna, entire treasury will be in my hands. I will remove one thing. If somebody is coming and giving like this, I will tell, wait, no, your hands are not sufficient. I will give a bag. Bag full of wealth and jewels I will give. He emptied the entire treasury. On one side, Arjuna went to the north to Norway and he brought so much gold. Bhima went one direction, Nakula one direction, Sahadeva one direction. All the planet they got all the wealth to Ratsur Yajna. This fellow is standing here and distributing that wealth to everybody. Now somebody will say, hey Krishna, what service you gave to? He said, you don't know what I have done. I am going to benefit even an enemy. And what happened? Whatever amount of wealth that Duryodhana gave in Ratsur Yajna, within few weeks, it became double. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. There is no end to Krishna Lilas. But I have to finish Damodar Ashtaka. Sorry. My wife has already looked 2 times to the clock. I got the indication. So sorry about it. So I am finishing here saying that Krishna pulled the grinding motor in between those two trees. And
one question. I can't stop asking.
Yes. Yeah.
This is something which I am experiencing. From last 1 year. I don't wish to be experienced by many of the people.
Hare Krishna.
What is that I can do?
You are experiencing a lot of happiness and you want others to experience it.
Starting with family members, extended family members, parents.
Hare Krishna. See, that's the mercy of a devotee, right? A devotee doesn't want to keep anything to himself. He wants to give it to others. Prabhuji, one of the things that people loved in Prabhupada was his great smile.
My name is Santosh.
You are Santosham already. When you are happy, you can give happiness to others. We should be happy in spiritual life. When we look happy in spiritual life, people are dying of, so many anger, lust, pride, greed. They are suffering outside. When they look at devotees happy, huh? Everybody is lonely. Everybody is lonely. Right? But when they look at devotees, see, how many of you are gathering like this and happily? Let's all chant Hare Krishna mantra happily. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Do your devotion with happiness. Do your chanting with happiness. Take your japmala, go sit in a garden in Pebble City. Do it happily. People will come and, hey, kya kar raha hai re? Itna aanand aa raha hai tere ko. Tu bhi bait. Right? But if you do it like a punishment, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, people, Amma, inka ipotla, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. People say, hey, what are you doing here? Suffering? Then you tell, you also come and do. Hey, I will not suffer like you. I will not suffer like you. Whatever you do with happiness. Rath Yatra do with happiness. Acha dance karo. Some details here and there will go wrong. No problem. In front of Jagannath, all problems are resolved. I'll be happy. When you are happy, you can give happiness. And always remember, Prabhu, all the rules, keep it to yourself. All rules apply to me, not to others. I will only first show happiness. And when they look at that happiness, they will automatically one day come and ask, how to find that happiness? Then you can tell, chant. Right? Then you can tell, rules don't need to be told. They will only, how are you? Because I'm only eating prasadam. I'm only eating prasadam. Then even I will eat prasadam. I will also eat. You inspire people by your own example. Right? We can't inspire anybody with philosophy. I can give 2-hour lecture. I don't think anybody is inspired here. But if you are happy, if you are happily enjoying it, right, then people will take it. Right? I don't have better answer. Maybe Udayanand Prabhu can tell something. Now, next class ask him. He will tell more. How to become like Udayanand Prabhu. Always happy. Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. So, here is the point. So, Krishna pulls the grinding motor in between. Now, just imagine how contradictory this is. 2 huge trees standing there for thousands of years did not fall with all hurricanes and earthquakes and everything. And this small fellow crawling pulls the grinding motor in between those 2 trees and they fall. And that too soft rope. Who will believe this? And small Krishna's friends are standing and watching him. Pulling the grind. Hey, look at this. He's pulling. He put huge trees fall. You know how much sound it makes when a tree falls? We have not seen huge trees. Huge trees. I don't know, 100 floors tall or maybe even more. But they fall on the ground. The ground shakes. All the entire Nandagam is running and coming to the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj. What happened? How did these 2 trees fall? And only people who witness that is the small fellows. Krishna's Gopas. Little friends. And they are like, hey, how did these trees fall? And they are immediately, Nanda Maharaj is like, we have to put an inquiry commission. How did these trees fall? And they look at the small boys. We know how it fell. Hey, what did you see? Chat. We have to find out how the trees fell. We know how it fell. How it fell? Krishna! He pulled that motor, it touched and it fell. We don't believe. See, this is the problem with Krishna. His leelas are like that, then nobody believes. Even Govardhan Parvat, how did he live? I can't believe. Right? Nobody believes. He does it in front of you also, he will not believe. That is the sweetness. Yoga Maya. Right? Mahamaya keeps us away from Krishna. Yoga Maya in front of Krishna also keeps you away from Krishna. Like you will never know that he is God. Right? So here Nanda Maharaj, he doesn't know what happened. But Nanda Maharaj becomes very angry. Immediately he shouts at Yashodama. How dare you tied my son to the grinding motor? What could have happened to my son? Thankfully the trees fell that side. If it would have fell this side, they would have fallen on our son. And Yashoda is already crying. Yashoda is already profusely crying that this accident happened and her son escaped with a little mark. Son escaped. Little margin he escaped. She is already crying. Nanda Maharaj is on top of that shouting at Yashodamai. What did you do with it? What made you tie my son? And look at Krishna, this mischievous fellow. He jumps from Yashoda's lap. and runs to Nanda Maharaj's lap, sits up, she tied me. And she cries even more, like, what is this? And Nanda Maharaj is like, holding him, you tied my son? And Rohini is looking at both of them. Balram's mother. This fellow, Rohini is like, this fellow, Entra, your mother is crying, you are going and sitting in your father's lap? Huh? You want your mother to cry or what? She tells like this. Immediately he jumps from Nanda Maharaj's lap, he runs to Yashoda's lap like this, and Yashoda catches him and starts crying. Right? And looking at this whole Leela, Satyavat Muni is writing Damodara Ashtakam. Every single detail of this is capturing it in much, much more detail. If you are interested, you can go to ISKCON Desire Tree and you can type Damodara Ashtak. Right? Series of lectures. There is one Maharaj called Devamrit Swami Maharaj. He has given on one verse of Damodara Ashtak 2 hour lecture he has given. 2 hour on one verse. Damodara Ashtakam series. Actually all Maharajas, even Prabhupada Maharaj would have given. I'm sure everybody gives lectures on Damodara Ashtak. You also should hear. What I told Prabhus is nothing compared to what I have heard. My memory is bad, and time is also less. So I told some part. But you should always take an opportunity to hear more. Because hearing will bring you closer to Krishna. In the month of Kartika month, I'm very grateful to Sucharita Mataji and Udayanand Prabhu that he gave me an opportunity to repeat the Damodar Leela again. And I want to do it again and again and again and again. Because the more you do, the more we become purified. Right? Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo iti tattvataha tyaktya deham punarjanma naiti mameti suvarna. I don't want to take birth again. I don't want to. I want to go back to Krishna. And I want all of you to pray for me and my family that some little progress we should make in spiritual life. We can go a little more closer to Krishna in this life. And if possible, Krishna might even pull all of us out. Right? So, I request everybody once again that please take care of this family which is serving you. You cannot get such family anywhere else. Don't undermine their presence. Because what will happen if you undermine their presence and Krishna will allocate them to some other community. I've seen that happening. When a preacher is not valued, when a preacher is not taken care. Because preachers are very rare. Krishna devotees are very rare. Very less commodity. Like in our office, right? Out of 10 people, one fellow does great job. He is allocated to all projects all the time. All the time he is busy. Right? So, Krishna is the greatest resource manager also. His resources he will allocate at the right place. If he has allocated Udayanand Prabhu and Sucharita Mataji in Pebble City, and if you don't value it, and if you don't help them pass this message to everybody, then Krishna will allocate to some other community. Because he will not keep them. Don't take it negatively, I'm telling you the truth. I've seen this. And please, come on time. Follow what they're saying. Try following what they're saying, little by little, step by step. This Kartika month, this is where I am. Next Kartika month, in next year, how will I be? What is the difference in me? Right? Following Ekadashis, chanting more number of rounds. If you are struggling to chant 16 rounds, Kartika month is the best time to start. Everybody can start. You can start chanting more number of rounds. From today you can start. Tomorrow you can start. You still have some more days left. And when you do it like this, after some time you will start chanting regularly. And I am telling you, Prabhuji and Mataji's, chanting 16 rounds is absolutely not a problem at all. Once you have to get used to it, prioritize it. Do it in the morning, especially